Hi folks, this is Karim Raouf from IT Visualizer channel. We will continue our lab, the Terminator lab. This is the video number 25. We have been discussing in the previous video the following. We have been working now for 3 videos on preparing our Microsoft deployment toolkit environment and WDS. So we need, or we are making a project to deploy 100 PCs using the Microsoft Deployment Toolkit and the WDS or Windows Deployment Server. We have been working on this process from a lab or from a YouTube channel. There is a guy called Daniel Brother Barbarius. He have done a great lab concerning how to create a Microsoft Deployment Toolkit in addition to a Windows Deployment Server services to deploy a large number of PCs. So Daniel has done a great job in doing this lab. So I'm taking his lab and put it in my lab or add it to my Terminator lab, and I'll try to enhance his lab. There is some additional parts I will discuss. There is some few steps he didn't complete, I will complete. There is some steps that can be shortened by making scripts. I will do that. So we will do all of this. So Daniel, to prepare his lab, he have done some prerequisites or some notes he has written so we can follow his steps to prepare our MDT lab. So we are following his steps. The first thing we need to follow up his prerequisites note. So in his prerequisites note, he is listing some software we need to download, some programs we need to download as well, some operating systems we need to download. So we have stopped the last time at Visual Studio, or Visual C++ software. This software will be included in the Windows 10 captured image. So there is 2 phases for the MDT. One is the capture phase. We will install Windows 10 operating system and some software will be captured as basic programs to be included with this Windows image. So let me show you all. If you go to the MDT lab, prerequisites, if you go to the tools, the capture, we can see there is a lot of programs. Visual C++ is one of them, PowerShell 7, Edge.NET Frame, CM Trace. So these programs will be installed on a Windows 10 operating system, and then we will capture it with these programs, and then we will deploy it. The second phase of the MDT, we will deploy this image to different PCs, and during the deployment there is also some programs you can add to the captured image. So if you need to add, for example, if these programs or the captured or the included programs with the captured Windows image is not enough, for example, these are not enough for you, you can go to the deploy or the deploy process and ask to add these programs. So we need to download all of these programs because during the deployment process we'll be asked to choose one of these programs to install with the Windows 10 captured image. So we have stopped the last time at this phase. Let me show you all. So we stopped at the Visual Studio or Visual C++, and we can see from this video that I have asked the AI why we need to install Microsoft Visual C++. He is saying that it is important, in summary, installing Visual C++ distributable package is important to ensure compatibility, improve performance, and enable the running of applications developed by Visual C++. It is recommended to keep the distributable packages up to date to ensure the application is running smoothly and remain secure. So installing Visual C++ package is important for the programs that are developed by Visual C to run perfectly and to improve the performance of these applications. So if we go now to the text file of prerequisites, we can see that we have finished already downloading all of the captured programs or the programs that will be captured with the Windows 10 image. So now we will go to the deploy programs. We need to download all of them, okay, one by one. 7-zip we have already downloaded before, remember, in the beginning of the lab, and also we have downloaded Notepad++. Remember, we have done this in the beginning of the lab. Okay, so we will not download these two, we have already done them. So we need to download Adobe Reader and the rest of the programs. Big Info we have already downloaded before. so we will not download it again. And so we will need to download the rest of the programs. So let's go and see how this will be done. So after downloading all of the deployed programs that will be used during the deployment process, we are now ready to begin the installation of the MDT environment, MDT software, Windows deployment services. So this is another tool, Cloud Instant. It is also describing what is the function, or why do we need to install Visual C++, but it is a little bit complicated. So we have already get the function. Okay, we need to, this is also in summary, he's giving you also why we need to install Visual C++, and we have already done this before, or we have seen this in Cloud Instant, or in uh, Cloud Limited Access, or Cloud Plus. So what are the products that are written in Visual C++? Here we can see that there is some programs written in C++, for example, Microsoft Office. So you need to download Visual C++. So Microsoft Office, because Microsoft Office is developed by Visual C++, Microsoft Windows is developed by Visual C++, Microsoft Edge, DirectX, Microsoft SQL Server. So all of these programs are developed by Visual C++. So you need to download the Visual C++ package and install it with the Windows operating system. So this is one of the things why we need to install Visual C++, because all of these programs are written with Visual C++. Now we need to download the rest of the programs. 7-zip you have already downloaded before, and it's already there. So why we need, I said, to install Visual C++? Because most of the programs on Windows are written with Visual C++. Okay, so now we can see that in Tools, Deploy, 7-zip is already there. We have already downloaded before. So now we need to go to Adobe Reader and download it. Okay, so we get the link and then paste it, and then it will get us to the website. This is different than the normal Adobe Reader download website. We will choose the operating system, and then choose the language, and then choose the version, and take care of the version, because the script written to install this version, Daniel has already done the script at the time Adobe Reader, or at a different version. So for example, Daniel has downloaded the Adobe Reader version, for example 18. At the time I was recording, the version was changed to 20 or 22. So you need to take care, because the name of the exe file is changed. It should reflect the version that you are currently downloading. If there is difference between the file name of the Adobe Reader that you are downloading and what is written in the script will not work. You need to modify this or change it according to the file name that you are downloading. So this is one thing we need to take care. So this is very, very detailed. You can see here Daniel is writing everything in details. So now we will download the version, and then here is the file you need to take care. This is the file, you need to copy it and put it in the script. Okay, so we will need to go and put it in the deploy, and then Adobe Reader, and then save it. Take care, copy it and put it in the script. You need to copy it, and then what to do to change this. Okay, so this is one thing. And then we need to go and continue. There is something concerning big info for servers and workstations. We need to add a background, or to add a photo that will be used as a lock screen for the big info. So the big info has a desktop background, and it is also related to the lock screen. So the big info will have two things, a background and a lock screen. Okay, so we need to tell him, or we will specify a certain photo to be a lock screen for the big info. Okay, so this is one thing uh, we need to focus on. Oh, I think not. The big info doesn't have a lock screen, but here we are making a script to apply a certain lock screen. Okay, this can be done using a group policy, but here we will apply it using a script Daniel has done already. So what you are doing here, we are putting a certain background in the big info server and big info workstation folders. These will be applied as a lock screen. If you see the installation or the install script, it will apply this as a lock screen. Okay, so this is one thing. So Daniel needs to have a certain lock screen to be applied to his server, so he will apply it during the installation of the big info. It will apply a certain lock screen in side by side with installing the big info. Okay, so this is one thing, and we will rename it to lock screen. So this script will install big info, and this will apply this lock screen, okay, to the server. Okay, so you can see also these two folders, reg win10 and reg win server, also they will apply a certain lock screen. So don't worry, when we come to this we will discuss it, but you need to know that this is a lock screen and we need to put the lock screen image in this folder. So the script, if you can see here, this is the script. Okay, it will go and apply a certain lock screen. So you can see here, this is the registry keys that will apply this lock screen to the server. Okay, so this is one thing. It will be applied using a registry key, or it will be applied during installation of the big info. Okay, so this is something we need to take care. Okay, anyway, this is not of a matter, or it's not so important, but this is a thing we need to know. We need to apply this lock screen, okay, using registry keys, or it will be applied during the installation of the big info. Okay, so this is it. You can see server and big info. Anyway, so we have already done this. Now we need to go and download the Chrome. Okay, so we are downloading most of the software, and they are MSI files. Okay, which is easy to be deployed uh, better than the exe files. So you can see here, we will tell him we need MSI file and 64-bit, and then we need to download it. So we can see that we will download Chrome and we will download Firefox. So you have different browsers you can choose during deployment of the captured image of Windows 10. You can add any software you need. Okay, so we will download this version and add it to the folder of Chrome. Okay, accept and install, and then it will be added. You need to save it to the folder of Chrome in the deploy folder. Okay, so we can see in the capture, not capture, it is in the deploy. So now we will add to the Chrome. Okay, okay, and then save it. Okay, and then let's see what's next. Next, there is, you can see Daniel here is typing every program and the quiet install command. So every program of these will be installed silently, and this is the command that will install it silently. Okay, remember, there is a website. I need to show you all this website. This website contains all of the silent install commands for the different programs you can imagine. It's called install, okay, HQ silent, install silent HQ, silent HQ. Let's go there and see it. Here it is. This is install silent HQ. No, this is not it. Install HQ. I think I remember the website. Install HQ silent. This was the website. This is not it. Here, I think I remember I have already seen this before. Install or silent install HQ. That's it. Okay, here is the website. I remember I have already done with the website, or have gone silent HQ. I remember, let's go to the history because I have already seen this for a couple of minutes. Let's go and see. Okay, if we go further, and let's go to the website of silent HQ. Okay, I remember there is a lot of websites. Let's go further. Tell him install. Here you go, this is install. Just a moment, guys. So here, guys, this is install silent HQ. Okay, this is the website. Okay, this is the guy. If you see the Twitter, this is it. Let me go further and show you all. This is the one, install silent HQ. This is it. So install silent HQ, this is install silenthq.com. That's it. So here you go, this is the website. You can search for any software you need to install in silently, or you need the command, silent command, to install this software. You can see it from this website. Okay, so this is one thing we need to mention. Let's continue working with the website. So another thing, this folder here is Daniel have done already. This folder contains a script that will change your Windows 10 professional version to enterprise version. So during the deployment, if you need to change the deployed Windows 10 version from professional to enterprise, this can be done using a script. Okay, so this is also Daniel have given us this facility. It will insert a certain key that will change the version of Windows 10 from professional to enterprise. So you have the option to do that. And then we will install or we'll download the Firefox. Remember, the version file need to be monitored. So you need to take care of the file version name and how it is written in the script. Okay. So if you can see here, for example, if you go there, we will see that we will download. First, we need to download the MSI installer. Okay, and you will see here, if you see in a moment, this is 11 or 111.01. The one in the script or the silent command for installing Firefox, it is will install a different version. So you need to take care of the versions. Okay, so this is 111.0.1. Okay, if we go to the script, let me go and show you a little bit of a note. Here you can see this is 1.06. You need to change the file name. Okay, so we will continue. We need to download the Java. Okay, so still some softwares need Java, so you need to download the Java and make sure the file names of the downloaded files are the same as in the script. Okay, we can see this installation or silent install command contains some switches, some of them related to the installation of the Java. It will be, you need to make a reboot, some things you need to do during the installation of Java. So we need to go and download the offline version and 64-bit for the Java. So we'll download it and then save it. Take care of the version, and this is the 64-bit version. Okay, you need to take care of the version and the file name and reflect it to the silent install command. This is it, and you make sure here you can see, for example, this switch silent install auto update disabled. It will not auto update itself. Disable EOLA, so it will accept license agreement. Reboot is disabled. Web analytics is disabled. So we can see this is a quite silent install command and with some configuration switches. Okay, we can see here Daniel is very detailed and he is listing everything. Okay, so this is one thing to take care of. Okay, we will save the Java and take care of the file name. Okay, so that's it. This is 351, I think, and this is 361, so you need to take care. Okay, so then we notepad, we have already downloaded notepad. Then this is here a trick, we need to download the office. So this is office 365. Mostly office 365, it is not, there is not an offline version of office 365. It will be installed from the web. You need to download a file, and this file will communicate with the Microsoft website and begin installation and downloading of the Office 365. So here we will do a trick to download an offline version of Office 365, and then we will use a script to install this offline version. Okay, so let me show you all how we will do this. Okay, actually Daniel has done this, so let's see how this will be done. So first we need to go and download an exe file. This exe file, it is the one that will be used to install Office 365 through the web. Okay, so this is not the offline file. First of all, we will download it. This is 3.5 megabyte. So we will save it, and then we will extract this exe file. Okay, so this will deploy and go to the Office, and then save it, and then we will extract this file. Okay, so let's go there and go to the Office, and then we extract this file. We will see there is an installation command. If we open it, we will see something here. This is the setup. So this is the file. It will run this file. It will be extracted from the file that we will extract a couple of minutes. Run the setup file, and then the configuration of the Office, it is included an XML file. So we'll play with the XML file to do some configuration or to activate some configuration setting. So remember to see, this is the setup file and this is the XML file. We will see that in a moment. We will see the setup file and the XML file. We will see how they will appear. If you go there, we will zip it or extract it. We can see this is the setup file and this is the XML file. We will delete all of the other files. Okay, so if you go there again, here is the XML file, this is the setup file. So we need to delete all of the other files. So these are all related to different Office versions. We are concerned with the Office 365 version 64-bit. Okay, so now this is the setup file. We need to change the XML file, or we'll play with some setting in the XML file. We need to activate, or to tell him the configuration of the Office to automatically activate the Microsoft Office version. So now we are deleting the main file, and then we will play with the XML file. If you go there and play with the XML file, here we can see that here we need to remove these brackets. Here we are telling him that updates are enabled, so this will make the auto update option activated, and this line will accept license agreement, so you will not need to accept license agreements, and this will auto activate the Microsoft Office 365 version, okay, or Office version. So these are all things that need to be tweaked in the configuration of XML file. So this is will be the setting when the Office 365 is installed. Still, we didn't download the offline version of Office. There is a trick to do that, but first of all, we have changed the configuration file. We will save it, and then through the PowerShell, we will issue a certain command to download an offline version of the Office 365. So wait for a moment and see. We will see that. So if you go, we need to open a PowerShell session, or if you are working with Windows 10 Enterprise, you can open the Windows terminal. Okay, you can do one of these to open a Windows terminal session, or to open a PowerShell session. Okay, and then through a certain command we will download an offline version of Microsoft Office, and then the script will install this offline version. So during the deployment, we don't need to be on the internet to install the Office. Okay, so this is one thing. So this is .setup, so this is the file, and then we will this is the file in this location, and then there is a certain switches or command switches we need to do. slash download. So this will download the version of Office or of Office 365 version. It will be in the same folder, so it will be downloaded in this location. Download, okay, and then it will be downloaded, and it will download and see the configuration of this Office from this XML file. So we are downloading the file, and this, or download the Office, and this configuration will be applied to this downloaded version of Office. Okay, so this is it. You can do that from the Windows terminal, or you can do that from the Office. Sorry, you can do this from the Windows terminal or from the PowerShell 7 terminal. Okay, so this can be done. So basically, they are the same. Okay, so we are continue working with Daniel prerequisites text file. So if you continue, if you go and continue the rest of the configuration or the rest of the downloading of the files, okay, we have done this already. This is the report viewer. This is needed when you are working with WSOS. So report viewer is a tool, or it should be installed so you can see the WSOS reports. Okay, the report viewer will enable you to see WSOS reports. So this is one thing you need to take into consideration. So we need to download report viewer to be able to see WSOS reports. Okay, so, and there is a couple of files that will be downloaded with the report viewer. Some files are needed. I don't know why Daniel has already downloaded these files, but I tried to search about these files. They should be saved and they should be renamed, because they are in his script, they are named differently. Okay, so they are downloaded with a name, and in the script to install them they are renamed differently. Okay, so you need to take care. Okay, I will show you all in a moment, but I am downloading the files. Okay, and then I will rename them. One of them will be 64, or to add to it 64 bit, and to the other we will add 86 bit. Okay, okay, so let me show you all. We need to rename it. If you go so I'm downloading them another time. Okay, or downloading it twice. Okay, so we need to rename them. I will show you all why we need to rename them. So for example here, this we need to put at the end x64 or 64-bit. This should be renamed like this, and the other one should be renamed 86-bit. So we need to have two. So this 64, and then if you can see the script, we will see that here these two are named differently. Underscore 86-bit, underscore 64-bit. So you need to rename them in the same name. Okay, the file should be renamed in the same order. Okay, so we'll copy it and rename it. Okay, so the script will run the correct file. So rename and do it. Okay, but this will be 86. Okay, so this is it. These two files, I tried to search why Daniel need to download them. I asked the AI tools, but I didn't get a sufficient answer actually, or it is not convenient to me in a way. So let's see what the AI tools said about this file. So here I asked him, what is report viewer used for? So he's saying this, it is view runtime distribution package includes controls for viewing reports designed using Microsoft reporting technology. The report viewer is a powerful tool that allows your employees to quickly and easily access and view live data from your company crystal report documents. Okay, this is concerning the crystal reports. Okay, view with the report viewer, users can open, view, manage, run, refresh, print email, and export their RPT and RPTR files with ease. Anyway, it is used basically, or Daniel is downloading it to use it to view WSOS reports. Okay, and try to ask what are these files. So I try to ask the AI, and I said before, he gave me an answer which is not it's not logical for me, or it's not logical, but I didn't answer a question why we are downloading these files. Why do we need them? Okay, I try to ask the AI, so let's see here what was the answer. So he's saying that here it is a component of Microsoft SQL integration services. It is designed to be used with SQL Server integration services. So this is basically used with SQL Server, or maybe it will be used with SQL Server reports. To install the component, run the platform specific installer for 86 and 64. Okay, so I think this is related to SQL Crystal reports. Okay, or this is related to uh, the reports of the SQL Server, and maybe the report viewer, even though I know it is used for viewing WSOS reports, but I think maybe it's also used to review SQL reports maybe. Anyway, so this is one of the things, or this is what the AI have told us. So I try to ask other AI tools to see if I can get another answer or another convenient answer. If you try to see what it is, a component of Microsoft SQL Server, integration with SQL Service, it's a set of net frame assemblies. Anyway, so it also giving some data I don't need actually. But let's see the summary. In summary, saying here that it is a component of Microsoft SQL Server that provides support for CLR integration with SQL Server, including support for spatial geographical data types and authentication support for JBDC connections. Anyway, it seems to be something related to the SQL, but also actually I didn't get a sufficient answer or a convenient answer. The same, it is used for SQL Server, so they are all saying the same answer, that it is used with SQL Server, what is basically used with SQL Server. Okay, I think it is related basically to reports maybe, because it is downloaded with report viewer. Anyway, so this is another thing. So let's continue. Need again the last thing to download Visual Studio. So this is a program that is used to edit code. So if you have a code and you need to edit it, or have a script, as basically it is for coding. If you have a code and you need to edit it, this is your tool. So this Visual Studio tool, or Visual Studio Code, it is used to edit different scripts written with different languages. Okay, so you can use Visual Studio Code to edit Python codes, to edit PowerShell scripts. So this is a lot of things. So this is one of the most famous code editors, or code editors. Okay, so this also I have asked the AI to see why we need to install Visual Studio Code. It also give me an answer. Okay, saying that it is one of the most important code editors, or programming code editors. Okay, why we need to install VS Studio? Okay, not extension, VS Studio program. Okay, for Windows. Okay, let's see what he will give us here. So it's saying here that there are many reasons why Visual Studio Code is considered to be the best integrated development environment for Windows. For starters, VS Code is an open source project, which means it is anyway. So this is not a complete answer, okay, or this is not a simple answer. If you go and ask Claude, it will give you more convenient and more simple answer. Okay, it is saying that it is one of the tools that is used to edit different programming codes. So let's see, if we go and ask uh, Claude AI or ask ChatGPT, let's see what was the answer. If we go and ask, let's go further and go and ask, let's go and ask ChatGPT, for example. Even though I do not recommend the old ChatGPT, because it sometimes, or a lot of times, gives incorrect answer. It's a popular open source code editor, okay, developed by Microsoft. It's widely used by developers for various programming languages and platforms. So this is why. And why we need to use it. It have cross-platform compatibility, lightweight, and a lot of things actually. So extensibility and customization, free and open source. So it is basically a program that can be used to edit programming codes. One of them, you can use it to edit PowerShell commands or PowerShell scripts. So in summary, saying here that it provides a fast, lightweight, and customizable code editor with many features typically found in full-fledged IDEs. It is a versatile tool that can be used for a wide range of programming languages and platforms and is free and open source. So this is why we need to install it. I think maybe Daniel is working in an environment that have a large number of developers. So I think he is downloading this for them. You can download the programs that is frequently used in your environment. So I think this is for Daniel environment. Okay, so it's saying what are the popular extensions for VS Code. So you can add extensions to make the VS Code to edit Python and other things, okay, or other codes. Here we can see that this is the VM Workstation Pro. You can download it from this link. Actually, you are working with VirtualBox, so I don't need to download VM Workstation Pro. Daniel is working with VM Workstation Pro, so we do not use it. So we will continue downloading the other programs. One of the important things here, we need to download the ADK. This is very, very important to be installed with the MDT. Okay, you have two things. You need to download ADK for Windows and WinPE add-on. So we need to download both of them. Okay, so we can go there and download it. Okay, paste. And by the way, most of the ADKs for Microsoft has different problems, and they are continuously fixing these problems. So you need to read about famous problems with different ADK versions. We download the ADK and download the WinPE. So we download both of them. Okay, so we'll go there and download these two. If you go further, let me show you because there was a problem here. So here, what we will do, we will need to download the WinPE and the Windows ADK. This is for Windows 11 version 22H2. There was a problem, but when I try to download it later, if you go there, it will be downloaded. If you wait for a moment, if you go further here, so let's wait for a moment. So we download these two, okay. If you go there and download it, this is a file that will not download the ADK. It is a web file, or this file will communicate or go to the internet and then download the ADK. If it is ADK Windows 11 or Windows PE. So these two files, they are not the offline version, okay? Just wait for a moment, guys, just a moment. So let's continue, guys. Here we are downloading, or this file, it is a web installation file. So we need to open the file and tell him to download an offline version of these two and save it in our folder. So let's see how we will do that. This is very, very simple. So we'll download these two files and put them in the folders that are assigned for them. So we will save these two files, one WinPE and other for the ADK for Windows 11, and then we will save it, and then we will run these two files and tell him to download the ADK instead of installing it. Okay, if you go there, let's go there and open the ADK, and then the ADK setup. Here you will see two options. Let me show you all what will be the case. Here we will have thing. If you need to install, it will download and install on this computer. Here it will download only. Okay, so you can take the downloaded files and run it from another PC. Okay, so we will need to change the location to download it to this location. We'll copy it and then download it. This is the ADK for Windows 11, and we will download the WinPE in the other folder, doing the same process. Okay, remember, if you need to know what is ADK, you can ask the AI. You can ask Bing AI, you can ask Google Bard AI, you can ask Claude 2 AI. So we'll do the same process, and then we download it in another location, or in this location. Okay, so let's go and download it, and then we'll do the same. Okay, I have already downloaded all of these, but I am just illustrating or demonstrating for you all how you can do that. And one of the things you need to see the known issues that you will face, or the known problems that you can face with this ADK version. Every version of Microsoft, especially the ADK and MDT, there is a couple of problems that arises, and they are confronted, and there is a fix for it. So you need to see the known issues. So you can see here, I am here trying to search for Windows ADK 1122H2 known issues. So this is uh, a link for the known issues or the problems you can face with it, how they are addressed, resolved issues, known issues and notifications, resolved issues. So you need to take care of the known issues. These are all problems that are faced with this current version of ADK. And remember, the version of ADK should be compatible with the Microsoft Deployment Toolkit version. So there is certain versions of Microsoft Deployment Toolkit that will work with certain versions of ADK. Okay, so you need to take care of these two things. Okay, so now these are the known issues, notification, and this is the resolved issues. So there is some issues are not resolved yet. So you can see this is very, and I'll show you all later what are the known issues, because I have faced some of them and there is some fixes for them. I have already recorded how we can face and resolve these issues. So this is the ADK. Okay, and these are the known or resolved issues. So I think we have a couple of programs left to download, and then we have finished the prerequisites text file for Daniel Brother Barbarius. So we have already seen the description. Let's go and continue. If you pause the video and open it back, now we need to download the latest one. By the way, there is some called driver packages. If you have certain computer models, so you need to download this driver packs for these models to be injected during the capturing of the Windows image and during the deployment of Windows image. So this is, for example, driver packs for HP. If you can have it for Dell, you can download it for Dell, and so on. And the WinPE drivers, the same. These are two for the drivers for your computer models. Okay. And the last one that we will download, it is a tool called Orca. This is a tool included with the something called Windows SDK. So we need to download the ISO image of Windows SDK and then extract Orica from it. Basically, the Orica, it is a program that when you provide it with an MSI file, it will give you all of the installation switches or the switches included in this MSI file. So this is very good way. If you need to know the silent install commands for a certain MSI file, you can use the Orica. Just browse or open the Orica and then tell it the location of the MSI file, and it will list all of the commands related to the installation and configuration of this MSI file. Okay, so this is one thing we need to discuss. So we'll go and download the Orica file, or to download the Windows SDK ISO file. So you need to download it and then extract the Orica file from it, and a couple of files are needed to be included with the Orica installation file, so it will work in a certain way, okay, or it will work perfectly. So we need to save the ISO file. Okay, and this will take some time. This is the SDK or this disk image file. Okay, so we will download it. Okay, it's not in the deploy folder, it is outside the deploy folder. So you tell him save, and then it is not saved to the ADK. If you go up, we'll go down to Windows SDK, and then we will save it. Okay, save it there. It will be downloaded. It's about 1 gigabyte, so it's not that large. And then we'll extract the Orica from it. This is the silent installation command for the Orica. And these are 3 CAF files that need to be included with the Orica, because the installation command will use these CAF files. Okay, so we go to the SDK and then mount the ISO file, open, and then go to installers, and then we will get the Orica first. This is the one, and then we will get 3 CAF files. Okay, so we'll go there and go to the MDT lab, the folder, prerequisites, and then go to the SDK and then download the Orica there, paste, and then there is 3 CAF files. Just a moment, guys. So let's continue, guys. Now we need to get the Orica file. We have already got the Orica file. We need to get the 3 CAF files that will be included during the installation of the Orica, the silent installation. Sorry, guys. Now we'll get them, and then this will be the last part of the video. In the upcoming video, we need to make these steps in less time. Okay, so I need to download all of these files or to use them, or let's see, we need to download all of these files in a very short or in less steps. Okay, here we need to open the browser and then put the link and then install and then save. So these are all wasted time. So in the upcoming video I will show you all a script that will automate automate the download and the saving of the files, or most of these files. Okay, so now here what I'm doing here, I am searching for the CAF files and put them in the folder of the Orica. So these are the files. Okay, and save. Okay, sorry, and search. So these are the files. So this is basically what this is the prerequisites of Daniel. In the upcoming videos, as I said before, I will do a video to automate the process of the download of these files, and then in the video after it we will begin set up the MDT lab environment. So these are the 3 Orica files, these are the 3 CAF files and the Orica file. We are searching it, so we go there and paste it. Okay, and then enter. So this is the last file, copy, and then open it, requisites. Okay, and then Orica, and then paste it. Okay, and eject it. Okay, so now we have all of the files there, and then all we need to do is to run the installation. So there is here a script to or we will run the file. So this is basically what we do. We will run the file, and then this file will run and it will install the Orica. So this is basically all what we need to do, or this is the end of the video. So what you need to make sure, in the upcoming video we will make a script to automate most of these steps, and in the upcoming video or the video after it we will set up the MDT lab environment. Hope this video is informative for you all, and thank you all for viewing. Thank you so much.